Some months ago, I made a single entry into Let's Play Contra 3 The Alien Wars, and this is a sequel. So here we are on level 3 of Contra 3 The Alien Wars. The game definitely starts to ramp up by this point, although I didn't do very good on my first video, but I wasn't trying, man, I promise. Okay, but no, seriously, this stage took me quite a long time in and of itself as a single stage for me to really complete pretty good. You might have noticed some pretty quality jumps there in the first section. That's definitely the easiest part of the stage, even easier than these dragonfly looking guys here that don't kill you when they grab you. But the thing about the dragonflies is that when they pick you up, they bring you a little bit below your golden shiny rail of hope right here. So they, if you kill them immediately when they grab you, you'll just fall to your doom, man, because you can't jump back up there. Not much to say about that little mini boss we just fought, except for the fact that when he starts spinning after he dies, it's so easy to die because he makes you, or the game makes you rather, grab on to those freaking spinny things, and it's just such a terrible way to die. I'm sure if you've played this game before, you've died like that. But anyways, I want to talk about the pollution transition. You'll see right here, we're going from a little bit closer to the ground to the sky now. You'll notice the pollution is just getting more dense the higher up we get. You know, I feel like maybe that's some commentary of the world as it stands in this game. You know, maybe these attacking aliens are just like the environmental EPA of aliens, and you know, the pollution of the world has not stopped at just harming the world, but you know, maybe it's starting to harm the entire universe, and that's what they're here for. But maybe they're just assholes too. So anyways, the flamethrower has been my preferred weapon of choice for most of this stage, and the reason I'm using it on this guy is because it's armor piercing, and it goes right through those freaking spikes. If I was using the spread for that guy, I wouldn't have killed him nearly as fast. Something I want to talk about that's interesting about the game is this part right here where you're forced to stand on that ledge and this screen hasn't moved forward yet. Obviously you can handle that part by killing all three of those guys, but if you don't do it, the game makes you sit there and do some creative dodging of whatever bullets they're going to end up shooting at you. And I really like that about this game. You know, it's a creative way to get some difficulty in a way that we haven't otherwise seen yet. You know, there's been a lot of projectiles, a lot of guys, a lot of enemies. That's just what makes Contra, man. That's what makes it so freaking badass. You know, in most games, you would have, like, you know, okay, fight some enemies, fight a mini-boss, you know, fight some more enemies, and you fight the boss. But in Contra, it's, you know, fight some enemies, fight a mini-boss, fight the mini-boss again in a different way, then fight another mini-boss, and then fight some more guys, and then fight the boss, and then fight the next boss, the next form of the boss. And that's just what the hell Contra's all about, man. Pretty proud of that jump I just made right there, because that was freaking impromptu jump that I had to make, because I was not expecting to have to make that jump. And that's really the secret to Contra, man. How you get to the point where you do not die in this game is you just have to know everything that's coming at you, and that's really all there is to it. For example, I would say this is probably my, I want to say like my 15th or so attempt at this level after having not played the game, and it's pretty tough. There's a lot of things that can mess you up, and what I'm trying to do is I don't even mind if I die here. I just want to beat the level without getting a freaking game over, because if you go back and watch the first video, you'll notice I didn't do very good. So I got to catch up. But anyways, here we are at the next boss. This boss is particularly interesting. You'll notice where I'm standing here on the diagonal is that's the one safe spot you can stand, because if you stand on the horizontal wall, or rather hang on to, I guess, that red guy will just jump up on the wall and get your ass. And if you go too far off the diagonal on the top of the wall, you'll notice that he jumps up there to grab onto it. So you're kind of, the diagonal overhang is about the one safe spot I found in that fight. But after you find that, it's pretty much trivial. You just have to make sure you don't get greedy, because getting greedy in this game spells death. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking right there. Thought I was invincible because I had actually gotten this far without taking a hit yet. But that's the price I pay for my dumbassery right there. You see me getting a few hits in with the spread every time I'm underneath, and that's because the spread is actually the most powerful weapon in the game if you can hit with every single bullet at the same time. Now this part of the boss is actually extremely trivial just because he does the exact same thing every time. But there is one part that's pretty tricky that I only found out on accident because it's so much easier to hit him from the bottom here. But these time bombs, he throws those time bombs wherever you are on the screen. So if you're hanging on like one of the side walls, they're almost impossible to get away from. You have to have really good reactions, and they're still probably going to get you. But if you're standing on the ground, you might have noticed, just subconsciously, that the fastest way you can actually move in this game, period, is by jumping. Your jump up makes you move extremely fast, so it's easier to get away from if you jump up to hang on the walls, and then they're pretty trivial to dodge. And that's that stage. The next stage is different, very more fast-paced, and even pumps up the hardcore even more, so much that I had to pause the game because there's no stopping in this stage. You're just on that freaking bike, and you gotta go until you start hanging on some missiles. But that's for next time, so I'll see you guys next time.